Within the context of an interaction between two people, it used to be thought that motivation was measured by one person's willingness to take the advice from another. A person who responds to this advice is motivated, while someone who fails to respond is unmotivated. And this lack of motivation, of course, is down to the individual receiving the advice. It's nothing to do with the advisor, who might be a doctor, a nurse, a fitness instructor, a chiropractor, a parent or a friend. Returning to your friend Big Jim, after you've given all of this excellent advice to him and he fails to change his ways, well, this isn't down to you, is it? You did your best for him, and you're probably thinking, why can't Jim see that he's doing the wrong thing? Why is he so unmotivated? I've done my best for him. It's down to him now. Jim's doctor may very well have the same frustrations as you. Why don't patients just do as they're told? This can even lead to health professionals viewing their patients as difficult or treatment resistant. Motivation then used to be viewed as a character trait that we either have or we don't have. Those that have it are in control of what they do, of how they resist temptation and lead a healthy life. Those that don't have it, of course, are seen as not having this control, and sometimes they can even be thought of as lazy. A study has shown that physiotherapists often view patients with low back pain as demanding, attention-seeking, and poorly motivated when they fail to adhere to their advice and recommendations. Here are some quotes from physiotherapists talking about their low back pain patients. These quotes reflect an outcome created by a problem-focused approach to treatment. The emphasis is firmly on getting rid of the problem, which is of course pain, and what has to be done to achieve this outcome. It's a model that's reinforced in physiotherapy training and perpetuated in a culture that seeks cures from outside rather than from occasionally looking within. The quotes speak of practitioners' perception of poor motivation for engagement with rehabilitation and recovery. The emphasis has been placed on the individual, in the same way that Big Jim refuses to help himself, so the pain patients refuse to become involved in their rehabilitation. It's a model of treatment whereby the failure lays within the unmotivated patient, not the practitioner. A newer and more useful way to view motivation within this type of setting is that it's malleable, and more significantly, it's created within the context of the relationship. In a health setting, this relationship is known as a therapeutic alliance. And research has shown a positive relationship between strength of alliance and motivation to change behaviour in a range of settings, including physical rehabilitation, medication, and psychotherapy. Viewing motivation in this way means that the failure is located within the relationship or the therapeutic alliance. It takes its starting point at the fact that nobody is entirely unmotivated. We all have goals, values, and ambitions. After all, this is the solution state that we've been looking at so closely. The skill lies in uncovering and activating these goals and connecting them emotionally to the target behaviours of concern. In this way, motivation is elicited from within a person rather than being imposed from without. Within the psychological construct of inspiration is the notion of evocation. This refers to the fact that rather than being consciously self-generated, inspiration is evoked by a stimulus, such as a person, an idea, or a work of art, for example. Making a decision to lead a healthier life is not in itself inspirational when the impetus is the problem focus, because of being overweight, for example. Following doctor's orders to overcome pain is similarly uninspiring because it's focused on the problem. Inspiration comes when our focus is placed on the solution, which is evoked by the practitioner. Next, we'll see how this might be achieved in Dave's consultation.